Welcome, yogis. Namaste. Today I have a fun flow for you that is all about the obliques. Our obliques are our side abdominal muscles here that really do a lot of important work as far as supporting and protecting our spinal column, which is the home of all of our energy centers, right? Our chakras. So we'll do a lot of work today stretching and strengthening our obliques. So let's get right into it. Come to a cross-ankled Sukhasana, top of your mat. And we'll start with some Kundalini spinal twists right here. So just make sure that both of your sit bones are evenly planted into the earth. Bring your hands onto your shoulders so that your forefingers are in the front of your shoulders and your thumbs are in the back. And then bring your elbows here parallel and level to the earth. Sit up nice and tall through the spine. And then close your eyes. And then on the breath in, we're going to twist to the left. And on the breath out, we'll twist to the right. So we're breathing in to twist left, breathing out to twist right. So you can either keep your eyes closed if that feels natural and good for you while you're twisting here, or you can feel free to open the eyes. Now I want you to think about finding a little bit of an activation through your root lock here. So a slight lift through the sit bones, drawing the chin in ever so slightly, keeping that integrity through the spine here. The breath, as you begin to maybe pick up the pace with the movement, becomes a breath of fire. So it's a sharp, powerful inhale, exhale through the nose. We begin to really gradually explore the range of motion through the twist, twisting from the belly, the mid-back, the upper back. And our obliques are the muscles that are responsible for allowing us to rotate and revolve through the spine. So really beginning with this rinsing out and working this rotation. Moving through any stuck energy along our spinal column here for the last 30 seconds. See if you can really get into it. Inhale, twist left. Hold the breath in, activate the root lock, chin in, taking another sip of air. Powerfully exhale, twist right. And then inhale, find a neutral spine. You can shake out your arms here, shake out your hands. Whew. All right, bring your feet in front of you, your hands behind you, spread your palms wide. You can have your fingers even slightly turned out here. And then lean back so that your arms and your hands here are supporting you. And then just find the right place here for your hands. and your arms so that you can ever so slightly lean back, and then lift your chest, lift your heart. And then lift your feet. Draw your knees in towards your chest. Bring your big toes to touch. We're gonna inhale here. And then on the exhale, I want you to shift your weight over onto your left glute and lengthen your legs long in front of you. Ooh, so it's like a crooked boat pose. And then inhale, hug your knees and come back to center. On the exhale, shift your weight to the right glute and lengthen your legs. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale to the left and lengthen. Inhale through center. Exhale to the right and lengthen. Let's do this a few more times. Inhale through center. Exhale to the left and lengthen. Feel the energy through your legs. Inhale center. Exhale to the right. Lengthen. Keeping those big toes touching if you can. Inhale to center. Exhale to the left. Last round here. Inhale through center, exhale to the right. Inhale through center. Now you can either stay with the hands behind you for extra support or reach your arms in front of you with your palms face up. So we're gonna try the same movement, but just no hands, okay? So let's start at neutral first. So inhale here, exhale, lower, lengthen, and hover, Ardha Navasana. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower, lengthen, hover. You don't have to go so low, right? Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. I'm going to start to twist it. Inhale, lift. I want you to shift your weight over to your left glute. Bring your arms to the right, and then lower, lengthen, hover. Ooh. Inhale, come back to center. Shift to your right glute, arms to the left, lower, lengthen, hover. Inhale to center, exhale to the left. Inhale to center, exhale to the right. Let's do this 2 more rounds. Inhale to center, squeeze it in. Exhale to the left, lengthen, hover. Inhale, center, exhale, right. Inhale, center, last round here to the left. I'm feeling the burn. Inhale, exhale to the right. Inhale to center. Maybe you lengthen your legs straight up here for a moment. Lift your heart, lift your gaze, Navasana. And then drop your feet down, hips width, hands behind you, shoulders width. Inhale to pop your hips up. Let your head hang back, and you can stick your tongue out on the exhale. Let's do that one more time. Deep breath in. Pour it out. Drop your seat back down. Cross the ankles. Let's meet in all fours here. Knees right under the hips, wrists right under the shoulders. Palms wide, and then make sure your index fingers are facing directly forward. Okay? We're gonna roll through some cat-cows here. Inhale, drop the belly, lift your tailbone. Lift the crown of the head, peel the shoulders back as you arch the spine. Then exhale, press the earth away as you draw the belly in, chin in, round the spine. Let's take this a couple more rounds. Inhale, drop the belly and arch. Exhale, belly draws in and up, Uddiyana Bandha there. One more, inhale, arch it. Exhale, dome it. Now inhale, arch the spine. And then bring your right ear towards your right shoulder and your right hip out to the right. And then from here, draw the chin in, tailbone down, round the spine. And then draw your left ear to your left shoulder, your hips to the left. And then crown of head up, tail up. Arch the spine, and then keep going so that you're making circles here through both the hips and the head. You're working both extension and flexion through the spine, as well as extension and flexion through your oblique muscles. Keep the breath really powerful. Invite the breath in. A little bit more deeper. And then reverse the direction of the circles. Really exploring the range of motion. Good, and then inhale through center, arch the spine. Exhale, tuck the toes. Keep a little bend in the knees as you draw your hips up and back, really plugging your finger pads into the earth, finding a little lift through your underarms. Keep those knees bent for a moment. Just work the length through your upper half. Let your head be heavy. And then maybe eventually you plug the heels down, press the quads back, and lengthen out through your lower half as well, drawing the rib cage and the belly back in towards the spine. Breathing deep. Pulse the heels up and down here for a moment, or do whatever you need to do, really. Let's inhale to lift the heels high. On the exhale, shift your heels to the right, your toes to the left, and then see if you can plug your heels back down. So you're getting a nice stretch there through the left side of your waist, even up through the left side of your obliques. And then inhale back through center, heels high, heels to the left, toes to the right. Plug the heels down as much as you can. And then reactivate the finger pads into the earth, sit bones up and back. Inhale back through center. So you exhale, walk your hands back to meet your feet. You might widen your feet out so they're at least hips width, maybe even a touch wider. Just give yourself a moment here, grab opposite elbows, sway side to side, forward fold it out at the back of your mat. Flutter your lips. Maybe interlace the hands behind your back. Take a moment for a little shoulder opening here as your arms release overhead. As much of a bend in the knees as you need. Please do that for yourself. Just releasing the whole spinal column here is really what we're going for. And release your arms. Keep your head heavy, your spine round, slowly roll up to stand, little bend in the knees on your way there. And you'll arrive in Tadasana mountain pose, your palms turn forward. Nice strong stance. Okay, we're gonna go for a little cardio. Some yogi jumping jacks here, which are my new favorite thing. So I'm gonna turn and face you for this, but you feel free to just hang at the back of your mat, okay? So it's gonna be like traditional jumping jacks, except we're gonna add some clapping. So as you breathe in, your feet go wide and you clap your hands overhead. And then as you breathe out, your feet come together and you clap your outer thighs. So inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. So get going with it. So you can really clap, waking up your whole body here. Invite more breath into the movement. Fresh prana. Maybe a little like breath of fire. Keep it going. Stay light on your feet. You got 20 more seconds. Inhale, clap your hands overhead. Whoo! Exhale, come back to position 2. Okay, I'm thoroughly awake. Back of your mat, inhale your arms up. Reach your palms overhead. And then I want you to cactus your arms here. Just get nice and expansive through the front of your heart. And then check in your feet are hips width. On the exhale, I want you to keep the bend in the elbows, bend the knees, catch a prayer, and draw your elbows towards your knees. Shifting the weight back into the heels. You might even lift your toes up off of the earth. Inhale, come back up to stand, find those cactus arms, look up. And then exhale, squat it down, catch a prayer. Elbow to knees. Keep this going. Nice deep breathing. Meditating on the sound, the power of your breath as it travels through your throat center. You can even close your eyes here if you feel comfortable. Just a few more like this. Last round. Once you're in that squat, see if you can take a moment to hang out there and maybe even reach your arms straight ahead for an Ardha Utkatasana, half chair. Flat back. And then forward fold. Heavy your head. Lengthen out the back of the neck. Walk your hands forward into downward facing dog. Take a moment there to reestablish a shape. And then inhale to lift your right leg high, three-legged dog. Take a moment there, roll out your right ankle one way, the other way. And then inhale, lift that right leg up. Exhale, knee to the chest, press the earth away. Step your right foot between your palms. Soften your back knee down. Point your back toes and then swivel your left shin in so that your left shin is parallel to the front edge of your mat. Your left toes are pointing to the right. And then tense your right fingertips inside your right foot. Lift your left arm up on the breath in. So you're in a modified extended side angle. I want you to focus here on that revolving. So wrapping your right ribs forward, your left ribs back. And then maybe even slide the right hand up your right shin a little bit to give yourself some more space to lengthen out through the bottom rib cage, bottom obliques. And then reach your left arm overhead, perhaps. Breathe in, lean back into your left shoulder blade, press down through your right heel. On the breath out, plug your belly and your ribs in, lift your torso up to your arms. Look towards the back of the mat. Plant your left palm wide. Inhale your way into modified side plank so that your right leg lengthens, your right toes angle forward ever so slightly. Drawing the tailbone down the back leg. Hips forward, lean back into your right shoulder blade. Whew. All right, from here, bend your right elbow, bring your right hand behind your head. Inhale to lean back, even more than you think you can. Look up. And then on the breath out, just gonna draw your right elbow down towards the earth so that you're twisting and looking to the left here. And then inhale to rise back up. Lean back, open. Exhale, twist it. Let's take that 2 more times. Inhale, open. Exhale, revolve it. Inhale, lift. Exhale, revolve. Inhale, lift up. This time, lengthen the right arm overhead. Lift your right leg. Exhale, bend the knee, bend the elbow. See if you can bring them to touch or close to it. Inhale, lengthen out again. And then exhale, elbow to knee, knee to elbow. 2 more here. Inhale. Exhale, working a little flexion through the right side of the obliques. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale to lengthen out. See if you can bend your back knee. Reach for the top of the foot and then press the top of the foot into the hand to bow yourself open here. Keeping your belly plugged in, pressing the foot into the hand. And then stay with me. Keep a bend in the right knee. Draw your right thigh in towards your chest and then step your right foot forward. Get that left knee underneath the left hip. Point your toes and then inhale to lift up into a low crescent. Finding your root lock here to help support you. And take a deep breath in here. See if you can lean back ever so slightly. And the breath out, open twist here to the right. So your left arm forward, right arm back, and then see if you can drop your right palm to the back of your left thigh. Spin your right shoulder open, and then reach your left fingertips up and back. Keep that right knee drawing in over the right ankle though. So working just a little twist here. And then exhale, cartwheel your palms down. Step back, downward facing dog. Inhale to come forward, plank pose. Exhale, lower all the way to the earth. Slow and steady. Point the toes, hug the elbows in. Inhale, lift up for cobra. And then exhale, travel over the knees, tuck the toes, downward facing dog, facing the back of your mat. Inhale the left leg high, roll your left ankle one way, the other way. Inhale, lift it, lengthen it. Exhale, draw the knee in towards the heart, shoulders over wrists, press the earth away. Step the left foot between the palms. Tense your fingers back, knee down. Spin that right shin in so that right toes point towards the left side of your mat. Tent the left fingertips inside your left foot and reach your right arm up, breathing in. Hug those hips underneath you by pressing down actively through your left heel. And then slide the left hand up the left shin a little bit so that you can find more length through left side waist, left obliques, left rib cage. Wrapping left ribs forward, right ribs back. And maybe right arm stretches long over right ear, lean back, breathe in. The breath out, plug in through your center as you lift your chest up. And then right palm down wide. Lengthen the left leg, angle left toes in as you reach the left arm overhead for a modified side plank. Bend that left elbow, left hand behind the back of your head. Be mindful of this bottom shoulder as well. Try to keep it open. Inhale to look up. See if you can lean back even more into your left shoulder blade. And then exhale, wrap your rib cage in. Left elbow towards the earth. Look to the right. Inhale, come back up. Open up. Exhale, curl it in. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Use the breath. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, open up, lengthen the left arm, lift your left leg, flexing the foot. Exhale, elbow to knee, knee to elbow. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, curl in. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Now inhale, lengthen, bend your back knee. See if you can reach back for the top of the foot. Drop your left knee down a little bit and then press the foot into the hand. Just let yourself explode open there, but stay really conscious and connected to your center. And then keep the left knee bent, draw the left thigh in, step it to the top, swivel your right shin back out and get that right knee underneath your right hip. You can point the toes behind you, lift up into that low crescent. Find your root lock here as well as the sensation, right, of your left heel drawing down and back towards your right knee and your right knee drawing down and forward towards your left heel, which naturally activates that root lock as well. Take a deep breath in here, open your heart. Exhale, twist to the left. Right hand forward, left hand back. Left hand lands at the back of your right thigh. Reach your right fingertips up and back. Spiral the left shoulder open. Magnetize your inner thighs here. 1 more deep breath in. And breathe out. Cartwheel your palms down. Downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower all the way to the earth in one piece. Slow and steady. Point the toes. Inhale to lift up for cobra. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Deep breath in. And a powerful breath out. Okay, right leg high, breathing in. Breathe out, draw the knee in towards the chest, shoulders over wrists. Step your right foot between the palms. Keep your back toes tucked, and then inhale to lift up into high lunge. See if you can take a moment there to hug the rib cage back in towards the spine. And then on your next breath out, twist to the right. Really energize that back leg and see if you can work the rotation through the spine. And then right hand to the back of the left thigh. Reach your left arm up and back just like we did before with our knee down. Of course, you can always have the back knee down. As you come back to center, your left arm is going to sweep forward, down, and back as you spin your back heel down. Your right arm reaches forward, landing in warrior 2. Voila. You can take a moment there, make sure that your setup is good. Nice and lengthy, nice and long for your warrior 2. Focus over your front hand. And then inhale to lengthen that right leg, flex your right foot, turn your right toes in, and then catch a prayer overhead, maybe even a little clap, who knows. And then turning your toes to the left here, you're gonna bend your left knee, bring your left forearm to your left thigh and your right arm long over your right ear. Work the wrapping of the rib cage, left ribs forward, right ribs back. And then get so light through that left forearm that you can reach your left arm long. Woo, work the legs. And then lengthen the left leg, drop the left palm on the left shin, reach your right arm straight up for triangle pose. Okay? Get as long through the spine here as you possibly can. Right? Strengthening left side of your obliques there, as well as lengthening them. Right? Supporting your spine here, supporting the length. You can either look down towards the earth, maybe straight out to the side, that's what I've been preferring lately, or look up towards your top hand. Okay, organizing right shoulder over left shoulder, hip over hip, hugging in through your center, lengthening out. keep breathing. We're really letting this marinate right here. And then reach your right arm forward. Inhale. Put a little bend in your left knee, turn your left toes in, sweep your right arm in front of your face as you land into a wide straddle forward fold here, Prasarita Padottanasana. Tense your fingertips under your shoulders, inhale to a flat back. Turn your toes out about 45 degrees, put a bend in your your right knee, and then lift your left toes up towards the sky. You can walk your fingertips right underneath your shoulders here for Skandasana. It is deep, I am aware, so if you need to be a little bit more lifted for this, you do you, right? Find your place. Find the place where the breath can flow in and out gracefully, right? Ooh, find your root lock here. Use it as support, right? So you're not just sinking into it. All right, we're gonna take it to the other side. So put a bend in your left knee. Working the left Achilles there, working your right hamstring. So much happening here. Spiraling your right thigh open so that those toes can point straight up towards the heavens. Okay, come back to center. Turn to the right, low lunge to the top of the mat. Swing your right leg up and back, breathe in. Breathe out, bring your right knee to your right arm. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, right knee, left arm. And then see if you can spin onto your left heel and lift your left arm up. Woo. Maybe even lengthen that right leg for a moment for a little floating fallen triangle. And then come back to center. You can take it through a three-legged vinyasa or regular vinyasa, any vinyasa. And let's take that on the other side. Left leg lifts, breathing in. Left foot between the palms, breathing out. Back toes stay tucked. Inhale, reach it up, high lunge. Plug in. Front body meeting back body meeting front body. Energize the back leg. On your next breath out, twist to the left. See if you can keep your lower body super steady. So you're just twisting from the spine, from the belly rather, and the mid back and the upper back. And then left palm on the back of your right thigh. Reach your right fingertips up and back. Breathe in. As you breathe out, swing your right arm forward and back. Plant your back heel. Tee your arms here for warrior two. Shoulders over hips. Often we tend to reach forward a little bit too much, right? So see if you can find that equality, that balance of the reach. And then inhale, lengthen the left leg. Flex your left foot, turn your left toes in, little clap overhead. Turn both of your toes towards the right now, your right toes all the way, left toes just a little bit. Bend your right knee, right forearm, right thigh. Left arm long over the ear, extended side angle. Hug those hips underneath you. Get really long through the bottom waist and rib cage and obliques, lighter through that bottom forearm, and then reach your right arm forward as well. No hands. And then lengthen the right leg, slide the right palm down the right shin, reach your left fingertips straight up. Triangle pose. See if you can find even more length through the bottom rib cage and even a slight flexion through the top to even yourself out. Nice long spine here. Tailbone lengthening down that back leg. And then reach your left arm forward, breathe in. Lean back. And as you breathe out, sweep your left arm in front of the face as you turn your right toes in, right into a wide straddle. Tense your fingertips here under your shoulders. Turn your toes out. Put a little bend here in your left knee first. Skandasana over to the left. Now this time you might stay right where you are here, supporting yourself with your fingertips on the ground, or maybe tense your left fingertips out to the left with your left arm inside your left inner thigh. Reach your right arm up, activate the root lock, maybe half bind, maybe a full wrap. If you got that going, you can clasp the hands and then draw your clasped hands down, lengthening the arms, and then turn your rib cage. Left ribs forward, right ribs back. And then release your arms. Use your root lock here to lift yourself up through center. Take it to the right. And then again, hang here or tent the right fingertips out to the right. Left arm up. Ooh, maybe a half bind. Maybe a full bind. Wrapping, revolving to the left. Keep breathing, especially through the intense moments, right? We need that breath. Use that prana. Release. Use your root lock to come back to center. Turn to the left. Plant your palms. Sweep your left leg up and back, breathing in. Breathe out, left knee to left arm, shoulders over wrists. Inhale, sweep your left leg up and back. Exhale, left knee to your right arm. Plant your right heel down right here. Reach your right arm up, and then maybe lengthen the left leg. Come back to center, maybe three-legged vinyasa or whatever vinyasa feels right in this moment. Okay. Inhale to come forward plank. Exhale, drop your knees. Child's pose here for a moment. And then drop your elbows on the ground. Come forward here into sort of a forearm, all fours situation. Okay, so your elbows are right underneath your shoulders, your palms are wide, your index fingers are still facing directly ahead. And now tuck your toes and then lengthen one leg back and then the other leg back. So you're right in a forearm plank. And then play with a little forward and back here for a moment. Feel the lift through the quads. And now we're going to play with a side to side. So I want you to turn your heels to the left, toes to the right, just like we did in the beginning. And then sink your left hip down towards the earth. And then pop it back up as you inhale. And then heels to the right, toes to the left. Dip your right hip down. And then lift it. And then keep going side to side. Powerful breath. Next time you're over to the right, stay. See if you can drop your right hip down altogether. Turn your right forearm in so your right forearm is parallel to the short edge of your mat there. And then you're just on your right side, tenting your left fingertips in front of your chest. Open up the right shoulder there. And then stack your left big toe on top of your right. I want you to really engage your quads. Okay, so we're gonna go for one of my favorite poses. It's fun, but it's tricky. Vishnu's couch, okay? So I want you to press down through this bottom forearm, open the bottom shoulder, and find as much length through the right side as you can, okay? So extension this side, flexion on your left side, okay? Find tree with your top leg. So just bringing the sole of the left foot, your right inner thigh. Keep pressing into the earth to lift. Super engage this bottom leg. So right quad back, reach through the right heel. Maybe stay right here, or maybe peace fingers with your left hand. Wrap around your left big toe. And then you might lengthen that left leg straight up. You might look up towards your left foot for Vishnu's couch. The key, again, is to lift out of it so we're not sinking and to super engage that bottom leg. See if you can soften the face here. And then rebend your left knee, come back into tree. Stay with me. You're gonna restack the legs. And now pour some weight into your left fingertips. I want you to reach your right fingertips forward, stretch your right arm long in front of you, and then bend the elbow, bring the hand behind the head. So we're gonna go for another very fun, tricky pose called infinity pose. Okay? So take a moment here to just prepare yourself. All right, we're gonna keep the upper body where it is. And then I want you to just lift up both of your legs right here. Woo! Tense your fingertips. Work it. And then let it go. Okay, we're just gonna roll over to the other side and take all of that again, okay? So forearms to the earth. Then you're turning your left forearm in, roll over onto your left side. Tense your right fingertips in front of you. Right big toe stacks over the left. Lift up out of that bottom forearm. Shoulder open, just like extended side angle, right? More length through the left side. And then tree. And then maybe peace fingers. Right hand, wrap around your right big toe. Firm up that bottom leg like crazy. And then lengthen the right leg straight up. So working from your center here to find the balance. From all that oblique work, helps us so much in this pose to find stability. And then gently make your way out of it, reversing. Tense your right fingertips in front of you, stacking the legs, and now lengthen the left arm in front of you. Bend the left elbow, left hand behind your head. Okay, get ready. Prepare. We prepared our bodies, right? Prepare your mind. Release any expectation as you lift both legs up. Infinity pose. Tap into your infinite potential right here. See if you can lift it up a little bit higher. Ooh, and then drop the legs down, roll onto your belly. Take a moment here. You can bring your palms to the earth, your chin onto your palms, wiggle your hips side to side. And then just one little heart opener to close out. So bringing your big toes towards one another, chin into chest, forehead to the earth, arms slide back by your sides, palms face down. Inhale to lift everything up into locust, planting your belly into the earth. See if you can get your shoulder blades to kiss. Lift your legs a little bit higher, spiraling the pinky toe down and lifting through the inner thighs. Now you might stay here, or you might bend your knees, flex your feet, or you can point your toes and reach for the top of the foot. Whatever variation you prefer. Spiral your thighs in, so draw your knees down and then press your legs into your hands here. Breathe. One more cycle. And then let it go. Ooh, bring your chin to your hands. You can bend your knees here. Let your shins sway side to side like windshield wipers. Roll out your ankles. And then lengthen your legs. Palms underneath shoulders. Inhale, lift up into a cobra. Exhale, slip back into a child's pose, hips to heels. Take a moment here to catch a prayer if you can. Be with a nice, slow down, deep breath here. Even visualizing on the breath in that you're breathing in through the tailbone. Let the breath ride all the way up the spine. And then as you breathe out, the breath passes out through the third eye space, down into the earth, and then loops back around as you breathe in through the tailbone, down the spine. Exhale, pouring out the third eye into the earth and back around. Invite a deep breath in through the nose. You can pour it, sigh it out the mouth. Slowly rolling up, vertebra by vertebra. To seated, catching a little prayer at your heart. A little bow of your chin in reverence to yourself for showing up. And namaste, yogis. I hope you enjoyed this session today. Let me know if you have any questions or comments. Feel free to post them here, and I'll see you next time.